Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into Psalms chapter 28.
Right. And this one, it really starts with a bang, doesn't it?
It does, no gentle lead in. It's straight into this urgent, really powerful prayer.
Addressing God directly as, "O Lord, my rock." That's quite an image to start with.
Yeah, solid, dependable. But then immediately there's this tension, a plea for God not to be silent.
To you, Lord, I call. You are my rock. Do not turn a deaf ear to me. It's striking.
You can almost hear the desperation. He's praying before your most holy place. He wants access, needs a response.
And the fear is right there on the surface, isn't it? The fear of being ignored.
He says if God is silent, he'll be like those who've gone down to the pit.
Exactly. That pit. It's such a potent image.
More than just death, maybe. It feels like being forgotten, silenced, cut off.
Yeah, like becoming inert, unresponsive, almost mirroring the silence he fears from God, a state of separation.
And this fear, it seems to lead him straight into talking about the kind of people he definitely doesn't want to be like.
hmm The description is very specific, almost unsettling.
He talks about people who speak cordially with their neighbors but harbor malice in their hearts.
That's the one. It's not just about open enemies. It's about, hypocrisy, betrayal hidden behind nice words.
That disconnect between the outward appearance and the inner reality. He finds that really dangerous.
And that fuels this really strong call for justice.
Yeah, it's pretty blunt. Repay them for their deeds, for their evil work. Bring back upon them what they deserve.
Mhm.
A clear call for consequences.
It is, but it's crucial to see why he asks for this. It's not purely personal revenge.
Okay, so what's the deeper reason given in the psalm?
The text says it's because these wicked people show no regard for the works of the Lord and what his hands have done.
Ah, right. So it's not just that they're malicious towards others,
Although they are.
but their fundamental issue is ignoring God, ignoring his creation, his actions in the world.
Precisely. It's a kind of spiritual blindness, a refusal to acknowledge God's power and work.
And because they dismiss God's work.
The psalm says, he will tear them down and never build them up again. It's like the consequence fits the crime. They ignored God's building, so they get torn down.
Okay, so we've got this intense plea, this definition of wickedness focused on hypocrisy and ignoring God,
Yeah.
and this strong call for justice. It's all quite heavy, very urgent.
It is. And then the mood just flips completely.
Right. It's almost jarring. 1 minute calling for destruction, the next.
Praise be to the Lord.
For he has heard my cry for mercy. Just like that. An instant shift.
It's a remarkable pivot from the depths of that plea to sudden, overwhelming gratitude.
What triggers it? Does he get an answer? Or is it something else?
The text simply says God has heard him. It seems the shift comes from the certainty of being heard.
So just knowing the prayer wasn't met with silence, that connection was made.
Exactly. Overcoming that initial fear of the silent pit changes everything. The fear just dissolves.
And it's replaced by this incredible trust. The Lord is my strength and my shield.
My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. It's visceral, isn't it? Not just thinking God is strong, but feeling it in the heart.
Which leads to that immediate help and then this outward expression.
Yes, my heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him. He goes from fearing silence near the pit to singing with joy, all because God heard.
From potential voicelessness to actual song, that's quite a journey.
The profound one.
And it doesn't just stop with his personal relief, does it? It broadens out.
No, it expands.
Yeah.
He declares, the Lord is the strength of his people, a fortress of salvation for his anointed one.
His anointed one.
Yeah.
Probably referring to the king.
Most likely, yes. Signifying God's protection extends to the leadership and through them the whole nation of Israel.
So the personal experience becomes a statement about God's relationship with the entire community.
That's right. Which leads perfectly into the final lines.
A blessing not just for himself, but for everyone.
Exactly. A plea for God's own inheritance, his people. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Be their shepherd and carry them forever.
So it starts intensely personal, resolves personally, and then ends with this communal pastoral blessing for ongoing care.
A beautiful arc.
So thinking about this whole psalm, chapter 28, we go from that raw, urgent cry, that fear of silence, the call for justice against people defined by their malice and disregard for God, then that sudden pivot, driven purely by the confidence of being heard, leading to this explosion of trust, joy, and song,
Yeah.
and finally widening out to this blessing for the whole community. It's quite something.
It really is. It packs a lot into a short space.
Which kind of leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How does this all manage to hold both things together?
You mean the raw, almost uncomfortable call for justice against enemies?
Yeah, that very human cry against wrongdoing, alongside this incredibly profound, joyful trust that seems to spring up just from knowing God is listening.
Right. What does that combination, the plea for judgment and the unwavering confidence and joy, tell us about the kind of faith being expressed here? How does it balance those seemingly contrasting elements?
Hmm. Something for you to ponder after this deep dive.